Hey, it's Lowry Smith of the Commander Smiths here with kind of a order opening. There we go. There we go. That looks a lot more pretty. Used up some of my credit from Cardkingdom, wanted to get some cool stuff for a couple of decks, but really kind of got my eye on these expeditions for the filter lands right now. They're sitting around like 30, $40, 35, 40. Let's go that. Not all of them. I did not buy the most expensive ones. There was a couple around like 70, 80, 90, I want to say. And I was like, I can't pull the trigger on those. But with the credit, doesn't feel too bad. The expeditions were pretty hard to get. They're pretty limited in quantity in that regard. So uh used about 350 of my credit, and we got a bunch of other stuff too. Some Bloomborough. I don't think I got any Duskmorn out of this. I might have ordered right before it came out. Um so right now, Card Kingdom's maybe a little slow, but I wouldn't say either way. If you want to start sponsoring us, Card Kingdom, then amazingly fast. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's see. What the fuck? Hey, all right, Firelit Thicket. These are expeditions. They're gorgeous. I really like it. I have the green blue one before, and it was a little dark, and I was kind of worried, but I'm assuming that that is just the color combination that they're doing there. So that is a gorgeous card. Pretty happy with that. All right, we got Twilight Mire, so the green black one. This one is looking dark, kind of like what I was worried about with the green blue one. Um, but that's still looking good. It has a good gloss on it, a good shine. This came out with from Battle for Zendikar. But yeah, I felt like these were the kind of the pimpest versions of these, and they're pretty cool in that regard. We have Temple Bash or Wooded Bastion, the green white one. Yeah, that's looking real good on that. Let's see here. I like that quite a bit. We have Cascade Bluffs, red blue one. The one I was surprised is not as expensive as it could have been. Red blue tends to be pretty expensive. Oh, there we go. I hate autofocus. Why does it just do it overworks? All right. But that looks good. We got the fetid heath here. Black white. That looks good too. I like that. Looks really good on camera. So that was one, two, three, four, five, and a Graven Cairns. I got lucky enough. I cracked a Future Sight foil back in the day. I traded that away for a duel. And so I was before Commander was going bonkers and everything. I was trying to get into Legacy. So we're talking like 12, 15 years ago. It was, but whenever Future Sight came out, maybe a year or two after that. But Graven Cairns Expedition. So like I said, one, two, three, four, five, six. I have seven of them, but six here. And then that means I got three left to get. Black, blue, blue, white, and something else, I guess. But but there we go. All right. Sky Requisitioner. This is super cheap, but it has improvise, and whenever a non-token artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless servo. So just a way to kind of you know, make tokens, have fun, whatnot. Still Burrow Champion. I just like that offspring. It's nice. It gets 1/1 counters on it. Nice flyer. We have Waker of Waves. I have this in my Foxglove deck and just wanted a foil version of it, but it's a nice little discard that gets a card in your hand, and you can reanimate it pretty easy in that deck. So, Steel Sabotage, like this. I got the new Riku, so getting a foil for the modular deck. We got Spy Master's Vault. I really like this card. This is new from Modern Horizons 3, MH3. But target creature you control connives X, where X is the number of creatures that died this turn. Like if you just have one creature lying around, you might be able to connive quite a bit. So I'm gonna start getting some foils of this, looking good in the neighborhood. I like Thief of Existence, super cheap right now, but it's nice removal. I dig it. Not flash speed or anything, but it is what it is. Dune Chanter, 3 mana, 2/3. This one's for outlaws, but Lands you control and land cards you own that aren't on the battlefield are deserts in addition to their other types, and lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and this taps, mill 2 cards, gain a life for each land card milled this way. I wish I had Tecasius still. It'd be great in there, but that works. Look at that. Lumera. Lumra. There we go. Bellow of the Woods foil promo stamp. It was probably like best bang for the buck type thing. I want to say this was around 10, but I like cards that bring lands back from the graveyard. Just a thing that I enjoy. Ooh. Angel of Despair promo foil. I think I want to say this was like $2. Don't use the card anymore, but it's very nostalgic. This was a stud back when Ikalia just came out. Like this was such a good card in there. So pretty cheap in that regard. And then you got Dark Petition. This is I want to say $4 or $5, and the regular non-foil version is $4 or $5. So this felt like a really good buy. It's a it's a ritual um and a tutor. So I dig it. Herald's Horn kind of broke out for a good version of it. This is some type of Chinese promo version of it. It is also foil, but pretty low key, not shiny. Yeah. Interesting bit there. Has a nice gloss to it. What is going on? Yeah. Just a low foil. That's interesting. This was like 22 bucks. So after I might have to get into some different light, but might not want to buy. I wouldn't suggest buying this if it's that low key. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if we can bump this up a little bit, huh? Higher exposure. Let's do that. Oop. Yeah, see? It's just not much going on there. Hmm. See that one? Yeah, there's just hmm, interesting. All right. Well, it is what it is. This I don't think I realized that this is Spanish or whatever it is. But this was like 10, $12. The regular is 10, $12. I'm gonna get a foil old border version of it pretty quick. Kinda I missed that, That's let's hit this button.
Can't even read.
Reading's tough. So I didn't even read it. I just saw the picture. I was like, I want that. So cool. I got a Maelstrom Pulse Grand Prix. I know these cards are real cheap at this point, but again, nostalgic buy. I want to say this was $2-3 on Card Kingdom. Prix foil. There we go. One of my favorite cards out there. Mycosynth Lattice. This is a Judge foil. Old border. It's gorgeous. I think it was about $16. This card was non-foil 40 before some of these reprints, but pretty happy with that one. We have a promo version of Underworld Connections, old bordered. I really like that. It looks gorgeous, and I like the card. I don't use it a whole ton, but I used it in that black white vampire where like whenever you paid life, you could do it again and get two. What is his name? I don't know. Good thing I thought this out, huh? I got a couple of those apparently. Ugin, the Ineffable. Colorless spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. This is a secret layer version, I believe. So, but black and white looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that one. I want to say this was $6-8. Grief. There we go. This is one of those new arts foil. Cheap. It was like $8. Did this get banned somewhere? Maybe. I don't know. But I wanted all these. They were all so expensive at the beginning. I didn't buy any of them. I think I have one version of everything now, but I want to get cool versions of stuff. Monstrosity of the Lake, another cool card I have in Foxglove where it just cheats in play, pay 5, tap everything down. It's dope. The Shire, creating food tokens. I got 2 food decks apparently with Treebeard and Yigra, so happy to get that in one of the decks. Draw Scorpion. Whenever it or another artifact creature is put into the graveyard from play, you may untap target artifact. Um, I think I was going for Yigura for this to just be able to like sacrifice one of my creatures, which are food, and artifacts, and then untap something kind of cool. I didn't have any of them, so it is what it is. Wanted a couple. They're cheap, under a buck for sure. God Pharaoh's Gift, uh, pre-release promo, just a cool card. I've always really liked it. It's cheap. I think this was under $2, and the other thing is it is a bit expensive. It's one of those cards like, "Ah, I wish it works here," and it's just a little expensive. So, um, but glad to have a foil version of it. Ooh, Turbulent Dreams. This one is gorgeous. I paid a little bit more than I wanted. I want to say it was $8, $9 as a old Torment foil, but that looks gorgeous. God, them old foils, right? Am I right? But perfect in Foxglove. If it wasn't in a deck, I wouldn't have bought it, but I love it there. Reciprocate is just like destroy target creature that dealt you damage this turn. Like just a cool full art promo that I saw. Um, Necrosynthesis, enchantment, aura. Enchant a creature. The creature has whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. There's enough of stuff like that where I was like, oh, I don't have this one. I didn't buy a lot of Midnight Hunt or Crimson Vow. Just didn't feel those sets for some reason. Um, so I don't have a lot of them. But I do like this. I like this effect, kind of like there's the vampire one where whenever a creature dies, you put a 1/1 counter on it. There's some creatures when that happens. And Yigra was kind of into that, but is no more. So, and that just goes into the collection nicely. Lunar Hatchling is the last one. And this one is for Foxglove as well. Just a cool, nice version of it. But it's like 6 mana, 6/6, flying trample, just a nice fatty that can come down, but also as you saw, Waker of Waves and now basic land cycling, like some of the stuff going on there is like just it's a fatty to cheat into play, but also has some type of cycling or cheap effect that I can discard for cards or land or whatever. Um, and then also if you land cycle it, you can pay the 6 and do all that stuff and still get it back anyway. So some resiliency there. But the big portion was at the beginning with the big land. So again, Graven Cairns Expedition, go check those out. They're pretty cool. Fetid Heath Expedition. You have the Cascade Bluff Expedition. You have Wooded Bastion Expedition, Twilight Mire Expedition, and Firelit Thicket Expedition. So they look gorgeous. Go check out those expeditions as well. They're right next to the inventions. I didn't like the Amonkhet ones as much. They're a lot harder to read, but still they're kind of cool in their own right. So if you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Commander Smiths is a podcast that comes out weekly. Just check out any other place or even here on YouTube. Give us a subscribe. That helps a ton. Appreciate all you. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have a good night. Bye.